Hey guys, I'm Josiah, and I've been a part of leading worship on teams as a band member and vocalist since I was in middle school. In every role and every setting I've ever been a part of in worship, the ability to adapt and transpose in a moment has been crucial to serving well with a team. So, I'd like to share some insight and practical tools on adaptability and transposition. When it comes to our worship teams, we don't just put instrumentalists on the platform, we put leaders on the platform. The difference is that an instrumentalist might just come to play the notes they practiced and get through the set, but a leader knows there's more going on than just the notes. The word leading in the natural means taking authority and getting others to follow your plan and ideas, but Jesus taught us that a true leader must be a servant first. So as leaders and as worshipers, we can't hold tightly to what we prepared or what we thought was going to happen. We have to remain adaptable. If the Holy Spirit prompts, we might have to adjust the roadmap of a song that we rehearsed on the fly. If a song leader loses their voice, we might have to change keys for a particular song. If a certain instrument part isn't cutting through the mix correctly, we may need to adjust our sound settings. There are a wide variety of reasons why something might change at the last minute, and that's why it's crucial that we, as worshiping instrumentalists, understand that it's our responsibility to be adaptable. The first ingredient to being an adaptable instrumentalist is knowing how to follow the worship leader. Our role is to support our worship leader's vision for the service, following his or her lead at all times while remaining in a place of authentic worship. The worship leader's role is to listen to and follow the prompting of the Holy Spirit. So, the more focused we are on the Holy Spirit, the better we'll be able to follow and anticipate the worship leader. Also, keep in mind that our Nashville Numbers chordal scale will be the way we communicate to keep our team on the same page during worship. Following the worship leader is essential to being adaptable, but being able to follow the music director is almost as important. Our music directors, which you'll hear us refer to as MDs, are empowered as an extension of the worship leader to help facilitate unity in the band as they follow the worship leader's direction. MDs will give cues as needed to help clarify where changes or shifts are being made. We do not, however, only rely on cues from the MD. Again, the more we each individually press into the Holy Spirit during worship, the more He will lead us together in the same direction. So when the MD calls for a change, we're already on our toes and ready to adapt at a moment's notice. Transposition is as vital a tool as any when it comes to remaining adaptable in a modern worship context. Keys will change frequently and at a moment's notice. Using the numbers and memorizing the chordal scales will equip you to transpose what you're playing quickly while remaining in a place of authentic worship. Here's a pro tip for you. If you want to take your adaptability to the next level, the way to do it is through thorough preparation. Practice like a pro by learning the song in the following keys anytime you're preparing for a set. These are the keys a song will most likely be transposed to if changes need to be made. First and most obvious, practice in the posted key. Practice a whole step up from the posted key and a whole step down from the posted key. If it's a male-led key, practice a fourth higher than the posted key in case the song leader changes to a female. And if it's a female-led key, practice a fifth higher than the posted key in case the song leader changes to a male. So, for example, if the key is in D, you'll practice in D, the original key, E, a whole step up, C, a whole step down, and then G if it's male-led, or A if it's female-led. Practicing this way will not only well prepare you for the set that you're rehearsing for, but will also help you develop the skill of transposing quickly from one key to the next. We also have to remain adaptable when it comes to the tone of our instrument. We all know that how your instrument sounds has as much impact as the notes that you're actually playing. The reality is, there's a level of subjectivity when it comes to tone. So the sound you're aiming for is more of a spectrum than it is a specific target. A great rule of thumb is to listen to the recordings provided to you and set your tones as closely to them as possible while being open and willing to adjust your sound if asked by a music director or a worship leader. Listen, we recognize that every musician has a certain artistic style they like to play with and a certain way to build their tone. We know that because we're musicians and artists too. It's difficult sometimes to lay down your sound and your own style. It can feel like a personal offense or rejection if you're asked to make changes. But it's important to understand that part of serving with a team means laying down your personal preferences to submit to a unified sound. Hebrews 13:7 says, "Obey your spiritual leaders and do what they say. Give them reason to lead with joy and not with sorrow." This is the surrender that we started out talking about, the servant leader that knows there's more to the music than the notes and lays down personal artistry to unify with their team's artistry. Thank you for spending time with us today to talk about adaptability and transposition. Remember that growing in your craft takes persistence, so keep worshiping, keep practicing, and have fun.